I'd like to welcome the annual general meeting for the downtown Prescott BIA. Before we begin tonight, I'd like to ask Councilor Jones to provide a greeting from the council. Thank you for having me here. It's great to see everybody tonight, and greetings from the Prescott Council. BIA is so important in terms of collaboration and partnership, and I've been on the BIA for a long time. I've seen it every year we discover that. And today we're going to see some specific things that's happening. Thank you. Before we start tonight's session, we're going to follow the meeting this morning. But before we do that, I'd like to go around and ask the board members to introduce themselves. I'll start. I'm Natalie Sylvie. I'm the proud owner of the Prescott, and I also have been responsible for the Remax facility that I just okay. I'm Tracy. I'm both appointed as a council member and also part owner of the American. Being hospital, the qualifications and quality. Hi, I'm James McCarter. I'm with the BIA. First time here. I'm actually board. I help other local plans and
then we've got here last part of it. Oh, Cindy is
Very Daniel involved. When they're like a now getting for you.
and Cindy. Oh, obviously, well, we don't.
Well, the colleague order has 5:45 on March 26th. Okay, so we're going to move on with the approval of the agenda. The recommendation is that the agenda is approved as presented. Can I have a mover? Okay, and seconder? Okay. Any discussion at all? All right, all in favor? Here. We're going to go on to the declarations of interest tonight. Does anybody have any declarations of interest on the agenda? I'm not seeing any. And we can move on. The minutes of the previous annual general meeting. Item 5 of the 2023 annual general meeting. The recommendation is the minutes dated January 31st, 2023. We accepted as presented. Can we get a move? Any discussion? All right, so on to the staff report. I'd like to invite Dana Valentine to present the town's economic development and tourism plans. So we have some exciting presentations to deliver tonight. So I just wanted to give you just an overview of the economic development and tourism strategy. This is a strategy that follows the guiding principles that the economic development and tourism department follows. These are our priorities, action items, and have been laid out for us. And we look at these on a regular basis and report to council as to our progress on an annual basis as well. And this strategy was developed in 2021, and it's a 5-year strategy. So we're just about midway through the implementation of that strategy, and we're really excited about a lot of the progress that we've made to date, and a lot of that I'll be updating you on tonight. So just wanted to give you an overview of our business developments in 2023. We had a very big year from a business development perspective. We had 3 expansions and relocations, 16 business openings, which is certainly a record for the community in my history, and is a very high number in comparison to these. It's something that we've been very successful and seen a lot of great rebounds since COVID, and things are continuing to go strong. And then we've had 6 new commercial and industrial developments. So that covers some of our larger industrial properties, such as Northern Cables, had some expansion there, would be a good example of that. And then we've had some, I'll take you through just a few snapshots of some of our exciting business openings in the downtown Riverwalk district. You'll see the first one there is River Home & Co. And next we have Westwood Farmers Market, both really happen to be members, as well as Kobe Closet, one of our other newest members of the BIA. And then we have Owens Fishing Tackle, another grand opening there, as well as Shark Market. And we had a number of soft openings in 2023 as well, including a Greenhouse Restaurant, Renegades Restaurant and Bar, Laurel Lakes, Old Magic Antiques and Curiosities, and Subway Prescott. And I'm excited to announce we are celebrating Subway Prescott's grand opening on April 3rd. So I encourage everyone to come up for that. And then these are just some of the business celebrations. We also like to celebrate our businesses, long-standing businesses, for their ongoing growth. We had some fantastic anniversaries here that we celebrated with King Edward Auto Parts and Prescott Service Center. It's something that's extremely important to the Economic Development Department, is not only celebrating new businesses, but supporting our existing businesses. And then I'll take you into the Community Improvement Program. I'm sure most of you are familiar with this program. It's a great incentive program that provides a mix of non-repayable grants and 0% interest loans, as well as tax incentives and building and sign permit fee grants. So this is just a bit of history on the program. In 2023 and 2024, we had 12 applications approved. Unfortunately, we did have a bit of a setback with the CIP plan, so it was in a hiatus period for several months. So unfortunately, those numbers aren't as strong as we would want to see. However, we've seen some really intense uptake of the program since it was opened just earlier this year. And to date, from 2018 to present, we've issued over $800,000 in non-repayable grants, $1.6 million in loans, which has leveraged a total of just over $30 million in total investment in the community, which is really exciting to see the investment that's being made by property owners that we're supporting through this program. It's, in many cases, it's a 10-to-1 that we're seeing, and that's fantastic. And hopefully you're all seeing that through the improvements that we're seeing in downtown and a lot of other properties. Just an example here of some of the type of projects that we've done: industrial expansion, small business startups and expansion, commercial and heritage and residential restoration, new residential developments, brownfield sites, and to the next one. This will just take you through some of the eligible areas. We have the downtown core Riverwalk district, which of course is the area of focus for the BIA. And we have employment areas, which basically covers all commercial properties outside of the BIA area. And then we have heritage properties as well as brownfield sites. Brownfield sites, if you're unfamiliar, are properties generally vacant or have structures on them that either been abandoned or are in need of retrofit, that have had a past operation, such as the gas station, dry cleaning operation, that has led to some sort of contamination on the site, and that site needs to be remediated before it can be redeveloped. So we've funded some great brownfield redevelopment projects as well. And then we have large scale residential developments. This is a new category that we brought in this year. And this is designed to support large developments over $5 million in value. Really trying to encourage multi-unit residential developments. As I'm sure you're all aware, we are very much in these increases right now, and council is doing everything they can to offset that through some of these. And then let's just take it through what is available for funding. We have the non-repayable grant of up to $22,000. This is specifically for the downtown core area. You're more than welcome to peruse our website to learn more about the other categories and funding grants that are available there. So we have $22,000 available in non-repayable grants, and that's for everything from exterior facade improvements to signage or interior commercial and residential improvements. And then we have the loan program, which is a 0% interest loan up to $100,000 repayable between 5 to 8 years, depending on how much you draw from the loan. And then there's the permit fees grant as well, and that's changed as well under the new program. It's $1,000 or 10% of the building permit fee value, whichever is greater. So that's provided more support for building permit fees, which in some cases, building permit fees can be tens of thousands of dollars for some projects. So we've been happy to support some of that. And then we have the tax increment grant, which is varies depending on the property. Once property improvements happen, as soon as a building permit is taken out, that triggers impact to go in and do everything sensitive after the work is completed. Generally results in a property assessment increase. So that program will also have tax increase in the first 5 years on the scale, starting at 100%. Oops. Oh, I'm gonna go back again.
Yes, the left side.
Okay. And then we have our CIP incentive program, just some images of some of the great results in parts of those devices that issued. So we have Cozy Closet there. That's a picture of their exterior signage, which is supported through the program. And there's a picture of their interior. It's a great selection of clothing there. And then we were proud to support World Financial Group, full restoration of the property, interior and exterior facade and signage. And that the sign is absolutely beautiful. And the ball is another great example of a program project that we were able to fund recently. And that's their new sign. And they are continuing to work through a full restoration of that property, including the residential portion. So another exciting one. And then most recently, we had the sign for Irving H. Miller replaced. We were excited to fund that through the CIP program as well. And it's a great addition to that. And this is something that has been a long time coming. Our economic development and tourism newsletter from the time I first started in 2018 is one of those things that I really wanted to get off the ground. And thanks to the staff support of Justin, our business development officer, who I will say has really taken the lead in the development of this newsletter, creating some fantastic monthly content and really doing a stellar job with it. I'm very excited about it, and it's something that we're going to be continuing to issue once a month. That's the latest edition where we feature Little Barcelona, which is now open, another project that we were proud to fund for the CIP program. They're now open for dining. It's restaurant located at 991 Industrial Boulevard in a location you may not expect, but it's certainly worth the trip. And so just some of the highlights there with the newsletter. We've already hit 1,000 subscribers, which is fantastic when we started. But some of the highlights and information that we included. And then tourism development, Prescott pop-ups. This is a really exciting business incubator that was designed to support new businesses coming in that maybe have a business idea, aren't necessarily at that point where they're prepared to rent a full brick and mortar location. And it's a big commitment. And this provides businesses with an opportunity to kind of test the market and see if it's going to be a successful concept, with the ultimate goal of hoping to transition them from the pop-ups into a brick and mortar downtown business or uptown business. But I think downtown really presents some unique opportunities for
the type of businesses that we're really attracting to this space. And we're really excited about the growth. Our initial year was a huge success, and we're experiencing some really exciting growth. A lot of new vendor interest this year. We're adding some new sheds, new sizes of sheds, and a number of site upgrades as well for 2024. So we're really hoping to see that continue to grow. And then our Riverwalk Promenade, that will continue on for this summer every weekend. It was a pilot project in 2022, held just on long weekends, turned into an every weekend affair in 2023, and we plan to continue with that in 2024, continuing to explore the possibility of maybe a permanent summer closure. That is ultimately where we would like to go with it if we receive enough positive feedback from the community. It's certainly been really well received to date. We issued surveys earlier this fall, not only for the Riverwalk Promenade, but for the pop-ups and our street patio, touching on that. And all were really well received. So we thank you for and so numbers of two Riverwalk patios that we installed 2 of in the downtown last year. And as I say, they were very successfully received. We activated this one at the clock tower quite a bit with some entertainment and different activities throughout the summer. We had some paint nights and some other opportunities to engage and socialize and just, have a place to come in the evening hours. It was, that was part of our Thursday night activation that was throughout the summer. We had events there. So we plan to continue with these. We are going to be looking at 2 new locations for the street patios this year. I'm looking around to see, where they fit the best and try and benefit as many residents and visitors as possible with them. And something really exciting coming out of those patios is we've had quite a few local downtown restaurants express interest in having their own. So we're working with a couple restaurants right now to hopefully bring that forward in 2024. We'll be bringing a report to the next council meeting in the hopes the council will approve this moving forward. And then just to take you through some of the key tourism development events and support, great support for events in 2023, the Water Sports Canada, and the Spiritual Wellness Fair, all 3 of which are returning this year, along with a couple other exciting events coming. And the Great Waterfront Trail Adventure came through our region last year, so we were lucky enough to have them come for a stop. Unfortunately, they pick a different area of the Waterfront Trail every year, and Prescott is not in that area this year. It's usually every 2 to 3 years to get opportunities. So that was a great event, and we continue to really focus on bringing more sites and activities supported to really grow that tourism sector because we're getting a lot of growth in. And then the same with our diving, that's another key tourism sector that we're pursuing through our tourism strategy. And we implemented a lot of improvements to that last year, installed new dive infrastructure, including the shed. We've got a new bench coming in, some signage this year. And we really collaborated a lot with area dive groups and participated in some water cleanup activities as well. Visitor center and marketing, we built on our existing merchandise, added a lot of new exciting options. We opened a second satellite visitor center at the Prescott pop-ups to engage new visitors. That was a great opportunity and a great touch point to have with visitors coming into the community. Had a lot of chances to direct people into the downtown, which was one of our businesses in for quite a few increases from that. Really good all-around development and down there, and we're doing what we're. And we continued having the farmers market tent on Saturday, which also was certainly the main visitor center, which again saw a lot of visitors, answered a lot of inquiries, and provided a lot of information for people coming through. And then we have our information kiosks in locations, including the new ACCC, the Elaine Chartrand Community Center, and a few other locations, including Fort Wellington, the Rotary Lighthouse, and a few more we'll be adding this year. And then we've developed some new tourism materials, including our fold-out sport map, some fantastic new graph cards, and some digital materials as well. And then we partnered with Environics to gain some more insights into our visitors, their traffic patterns, demographics, where they're going when they come to Prescott, when they're coming, you know, what their location is, their residence status, shopping and visitor patterns, and these, this is just a bit of a snapshot of some of that data. So in, 2023, we had 166,000 unique visitors that made 4.3 million visits. And 74% of those were weekday visits and 26% were weekend visits. And one of the key insights that came out of this was the day of the week that we're seeing a lot of people come in. While Sundays do presently have less traffic than other days, we're actually seeing 500,000 visitors on Sundays in 2023, and the downtown saw more than 220,000. That's a significant market businesses are sitting on when they choose to close on Sundays. And I believe that we were seeing lower numbers on Monday and Tuesdays, which a lot of businesses, Old Magic would be an example of transition or opening hours to be open Wednesday to Sunday during the winter period, and Tuesday to Sunday during the summer period, because they find they get way more traffic on Sundays. I just talked to a competitor that was Sunday. She said she had her second best day of the week, which that's the Saturday. So it's a really lucrative day, and we would certainly encourage businesses to consider that. And then what to expect in 2024, emerging developments, we have the completion of our hotel, which is ahead of schedule, Quality Inn Suites. It is due to open this fall. So that'll be open for the holiday season and the 2025 tourism season. And we have a lot of pending investments happening in some great new residential development projects and new business and industrial developments pending as well. And these are just some of the agencies and organizations that we collaborate and partner with on a regular basis, and that are, you know, certainly supporting partners to what we're doing. And I just realized when we update the new CF, it's now CF Grenville. Apologies there, not CFBC. And our development investment, we're doing a lot of recognition programming, of course, a newsletter, and the vacant registry database, which is about to launch in April. Expansion of destination-based placemaking and active tourism. Some great examples of that I've taken you through already. Some key ones I wanted to touch on are the wayfinding signage and downtown streetscaping that we're going to be engaging in this year. Those are some exciting ones that will be completed by the end of the summer. Thank you. I've taken way too long. After our business development officer does.
So I am going to do a little bit of a 2023 review for downtown. Look at some of the projects the BIA did last year, some of what went on downtown. So that now we can take you through some of what's going on. We hope we're going to 2024. So Dana mentioned the environics numbers that we were able to get their service. So I'm going to start off with a 2024 by the numbers, some of the high level numbers in the downtown. So there were a total number of 86,600 unique visitors downtown last year, which is unique individuals. So it became 30 times, we're counting once. Well, there were 2,200,000 total visits. That represented an 8% increase versus 2022. So what did the BIA do in 2023? I'm going to look at 4 topics: placemaking and activations, business support, promotions, and marketing, and a little bit of a discussion of the planning for 2024. So placemaking is right after ADM, on that is another term for beautification. So, but it's more focused on providing people with experiences and events as well as this placeable places. So the process of creating quality spaces people want to be. So amongst those activities this year, as they already mentioned, were the Riverwalk patios. Through a contribution that was approved in 2022 and expanded in 2023 to help with the current this downtown and that great places where people would spend more time downtown. So they weren't just going down for one thing, they would spend some additional time when they're down there. Things like the Prescott pop-ups, which is sort of on the outskirts of downtown Prescott for the Watt district, but it's something that the BIA supported to help both incubate those new businesses that can come down into the downtown core and create another experience and help draw people into the Watt district. And things like the Riverwalk Promenade, which the initial conception of that is to help create sort of this pedestrian friendly space that's drawing people from the waterfront, a place where everyone says we did visiting, we might be in other places. Draw them from the waterfront and the marina and places through or down encourage you to spend more time in the businesses and restaurants that are there. So also want to briefly touch on the business support from last year. So one of the ongoing and physical business support from last year is that BIA members, the chair, and other members attended numerous downtown business openings last year. And we had the opportunity to go and meet with the businesses and talk about what we could do through the BIA with them. Also, as other business support are linking businesses with opportunities such as like tourism initiatives like Ontario by Bike, where we now have, I believe, 8 bike-friendly businesses registered downtown, perhaps 9. And one of our downtown bike-friendly businesses, Katarina, is one of the best bike-friendly business in 2023 for our court down here, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. And had the opportunity to go on great waterfront trail event with group. It was an opportunity for another businesses to get involved and sort of showcase being bike-friendly businesses to the groups that we come into. As well, I continued with a number of things, business events where there's an opportunity for networking or an opportunity, a little bit of a learning opportunity. For example, the BIA helped contribute to our small business week event, the small business situation room by the ACCC. BIA was there along with a number of businesses and support groups to you can come in as a business owner, meet with folks on a sort of informal basis and find out what services were available to you. As well, the BIA supported the Chamber of Commerce's Christmas multi-organizational business mixer, which was a good opportunity for businesses from the BIA, from South Grenville, from North Grenville to get together and have a chance to make some connections. So with promotion and marketing, again, one of the focuses last year was on linking those promotions and marketing to those place-making activities. So things that would draw more people down, that would provide people with a reason to stick around a little bit. One of which was the Riverwalk Thursdays event. So throughout the summer, from Canada Day until Labor Day, every Thursday night, businesses were encouraged to stay open late on the Thursday evening, and the BIA sponsored entertainment at our patio. Live music, Jumping Jimmy was there on that night. Live music there, along with things like art classes. We had Studio Marty in to do a free watercolor drawing class, so we could stop by paint with Marty and spend a little extra time downtown. We had a stained glass class there one night. We had a pop-up market, we'll call it, a farmer's market there. One evening music So these were sort of promotions that were designed to draw people in those non-traditional hours and try to maybe encourage people to come downtown in the evening a little more often and do it in some place that can come out. We also, BIA helped support Prescott's Canada Day Passport, which was a single day passport initiative that we did last Canada Day, where people had to get stamps from uptown businesses, downtown businesses, events, things like Canine Motorsport Canada, the pop-ups, farmers market, the events at Fort Wellington, along with downtown businesses and businesses in the north end. And on Pacific Hall, Prescott brought buses in the area for the weekend. So along with other events, there was a stilt walker, a magician, I guess you'd call him, a sidewalk shop artist, one that I'm forgetting right now, balloon artist, and a caricaturist down at events that are downtown. The stilt walker was something else to watch. Coming down there, I saw him coming down, I came around the corner of Edward Street and King Street while he was coming down King Street, and it was something to see. And other business supports were the sort of regular promotions that the VA is involved with. So when Ben Hutton brought us standing up to the event space last summer, we reached out to restaurants around town and asked them, well, do you have a special that you'd like to promote? And we knew that there would be thousands of people attending that day. So we had a great turnout of restaurants. I believe 12 or 14 submitted specials specifically for that event that we promoted across social media and on site that day. And you can see people leaving the site down there. And I believe it's still far away our most scanned QR code that we ever created was the one for that event. And you can see people leaving there to head to the restaurants at the end of the day. So on to sort of seasonal promotions from last year. So have things such as the Halloween promotion. So we eliminated the Halloween contest with downtown businesses and great decorate the windows for Halloween. Old Magic, I believe, had her third consecutive victory in that. But there was a very, very large station. The three windows in this year were all very, very good. We also, for that Halloween, had a haunting downtown Prescott event to downtown, and we went to Katarina's restaurant. We did a little free investigation, and then had a presentation night where there was a full house and learn what they had found there. Although I don't believe that.
He said they found them. I looked at it, and there's like a couple who were there before.
Oh.
They're clients,
And then the VA helped support initiatives like the Walk Wonderland in the 3-day march. Yeah, so played a huge role in organizing that. This VA network. And following that, they helped support the holiday mini markets at the Museum Visitor Center, or another sort of attempt to have a little extra reason to come downtown with visits with Santa Claus and the elves distributing dollars. So last slide, and then Nicole's going to cover most of the 2024, but did a little bit of planning for 2024 and 2023 as well. So a couple of things that we talked about grant initiatives that will start going this spring. And also bit of a process future, as well as, they're setting aside some funds for things like public art and future streetscape projects. Complete.
Thank you, Jonathan. The mayor's report is next. And
So I will start, I'm going to present the financial statement from 2023, and then we'll go over the records to 2024. So the financial statement is in your packet, but I'm going to go through it up here as well. So in 2023, as you can see, our BIA levy was slightly higher than normal, $21,000. It will maintain at 29,000. You can see the expenses here under the administrative expenses, coordinator expense, which is what the BIA basically for my services to BIA coordinator. What I wanted to discuss just briefly were these expenses in physical improvements category. So these were expenses that were approved in 2022 and spent in 2023. So this is abnormal for the BIA to be operating at a deficit and going into reserves. But what happened there was that those were approved in 2022, and the sort of pattern of purchase and installation led to them into the account in 2023. So the end result is that at the start of the year, the BIA reserve was $55,013. That deficit as well as a transfer that is being made to prepaid, particularly my presentation. The BIA to support the strategy of a special reserve fund is focused on potential future preschool. A larger, much larger scale attempt on sort of downtown education, which would involve sort of a more wholesale reimagining of the street itself, what it looks like, so the BIA decided they would begin to set aside some funds for implements. They also, in 2023, approved $1,000 for the public art project and $4,000 to go towards the stopgap grant project, which will be accounted for in 2024, which means coming into 2024, the BIA board has $20,399 in reserve accounts, along with $15,000 in their streetscape reserve. So it's a little bit more complicated than a normal year, but that is because and then that end result is that the board has about $35,000 in reserve for education. So anyone has any questions before I hand over to Nicole? So I think we're on the 2024 line.
For this year's budget, you can start with the revenue line, the BIA levy. The BIA levies an additional assessment charge on commercial property assessments within the BIA area to help fund activities and beautification above and beyond what the municipality can do. And the BIA levy is 100,000. We go down here. And as previous years were just mentioned, we have divided our budget into 3 categories: administrative expenses, marketing and promotions, and also placemaking and beautifications. As well, this year, after discussion with the board, it has set a few broad categories in each to reflect our priorities and help guide our decisions. These include a focus on digital marketing, our seasonal promotions and event sponsorships under marketing and promotion, and our street sweeping and public parks and physical improvement. And if anyone has any questions, we'll be happy to answer. Okay, so there's no questions, that's all good for that. The recommendation is the financial report, including the 2023 BIA financial statements and the 2024 BIA budget, be approved as presented. Can I get a mover? A second? All right, thanks, Jimmy. Any discussion at all? All in favor? Okay. Sorry, really okay, so, as I was saying, I have a tonight of sharing with you all the annual 2024 report and the BIA plans for the year ahead. So through board consultations and discussions in our budget process, we focus again on the 3 areas, the main areas of marketing, promotions, placemaking and beautification for 2024. So while still ensuring that we provide support to all businesses in the downtown rural office. So for marketing and sponsorships this year, the board of management has focused on.
I got it.
Okay. So the board of management focus on events and activations that can really help raise the profile for the BIA. So both locally and regionally to attract customers to our businesses. So far in 2024, that has included the sponsorship for the Prescott Figure Skating Club Ice-Topia Ice Show, which has returned to the LA Sharkman Community Center March 9th and 10th. We also are supporting the 50th annual Leo Boyman Showcase this weekend. It's also making its return to Prescott as well this year. We have placed downtown specific ads on the South River Tourism Guide, and which is being relaunched by the South River Chamber of Commerce. We've also committed to being the lead t-shirt sponsor for the Canine Water Sports Canada. They will be making a splash on Canada Day, which will be on the weekend of Canada Day. Additionally, we plan for multiple awards for through social media, advertising campaigns to promote our business. Now we're putting a number of promotions together this year, which will include the return to the summer passport program, encouraging locals and visitors to shop local, and extend their stays in Prescott at multiple sites. A weekly shopping night during the summer, Justin touched on that as well, where businesses are encouraged to stay open later on weeknights. Last year we did Thursday nights. I'm not sure if this day is going to be this year, but with entertainment on the River Rock stage, as businesses are encouraged to host their own activations as well. We've done holiday promotions, which include the Halloween and Christmas promotions. And we have had businesses focusing on engagement and participation, which does mean you'll get to see the River Hospitals again this Christmas. We're also focusing this year on the placemaking activities. So in 2023, we established a separate reserve fund dedicated to the initial stages of the potential downtown streetscaping project. On a more short-term basis in 2024, we will be investing in supporting placemaking activities, such as the My Main Street. So Prescott will be providing support to the My Main Street Community Activator Fund. If successful, the My Main Street support will allow the town to invest in Prescott and placemaking installations such as public work projects, signage, and expanding beautification efforts. The BIA is also encouraging downtown businesses to apply for the My Main Street program funding to make the placemaking efforts on their own. So we're supporting downtown events throughout the year that are intended to help increase sidewalk traffic downtown. These could include buskers, evening markets, live music, and art classes potentially. We're also continuing to support downtown installations at the Riverwalk Promenade. Now entering its third season in 2024, the Prescott Farmers and Crafters Market, the Prescott Pop-Ups, and the Riverwalk Patio Program. So we'll continue to encourage downtown businesses to activate their own sidewalks, patios, storefronts, and especially during the summer months. And finally, we'll be continuing to support businesses in 2024. 2023 was an exciting year with over 10 new businesses joining our Riverwalk District family. We look forward to continuing to celebrate new and existing businesses in 2024 by hosting and supporting business events that provide networking support and access of information for all of our business owners. Continuing to engage in programs that can help attract visitors to the downtown, including programs such as the Ontario Bike Program. We'll also keep seeking out new opportunities to connect our businesses to new and emerging demographics and continue to keep them informed about funding opportunities. And finally, in 2023, we approved funding to help support the purchase of the temporary accessibility grant. With spring approaching, we're happy to report that we will be continuing to work to get those first grants in place. So thank you guys so much for your support in the downtown Prescott Riverwalk. We're happy to hear from you in 2024. So this is a period for questions from the public and media. If anyone has any questions, we're happy to answer them.
I'm quite intrigued by the 2,200,000 total visits downtown. I'm downtown almost every day, and a lot of the time I'm there for the page owner and downtown, really interested in where these visits coming from. 2,200,000 total visits. Pretty astounding. And is that the traffic count going through on the number 2 highway down on King Street? Like, where does that number come from? Is that cars? 2,200,000 cars, 2,200,000 people. Pretty impressive. But I think it needs to be what we need to know. Like what does that represent?
If I can just quickly, that is people. That is a people count, individual people.
Oh, okay.
You feel like that number needs to be like
Not at all.
but because of what's
Oh, okay. From events happening. So we did record, I think it was, they had a specific count. It was just shy of 3,000. Yes, so we had 3,000. So that would account for 3,000 of those 2.2 visits, because those would have been unique visits. But yes, it's based on cell phones. So people carrying cell phones. That's based on individuals. Every individual that carries a cell phone is how we're getting that data.
So it's those were basically 2,000 cell phones that went down King Street, but we don't know where they stopped and stopped in the shop. They didn't go by in the cell phone.
So it doesn't just show people passing through necessarily, like it counts that, but it will give us a sense of time spent, and we're going to be releasing a lot more of the supporting data coming forward that will give you a sense of the time spent when they are here, where they're going to. So it'll give you some greater insights into what they're actually doing.
It's
when they're
because
here.
it's a tremendous increase from the days from previous days when we didn't do traffic. That's where the license plates from.
Yeah, it's very exciting data. I will say, just, you know, Dustin and I just barely kind of scratched the surface of what we've extracted from this, the license, and it really is. It's eye-opening, a lot of really intriguing insights that we'll certainly be sharing with the business community moving forward, and I think will help all of us. And our real intent with that was to have so that we can develop better marketing strategies, so that when we're focusing on investment attraction, we know where to spend our limited budgets, because we only have so much capacity. So now we can get a much better sense of where those people are coming from and where we should be focusing our marketing dollars moving forward.
I think you and I also participated in a major study we've done with respect to tourism. I have been at Academy, and it's sad to say, but just that was very bottom of the list. Long in all of these grandfathers. These were kinds of new ideas, and I guess the new board will be looking new ideas as well, because we clearly have been missing them.
Well, we're excited where it's going, and we've got a lot of great things to come, so hopefully that it'll be a good year moving forward. Does anybody else have any other questions? All right, so the recommendation is that we will be adjourning the meeting. Can I have a mover? Okay, one second here. Yeah. Any discussion? All in favor? Okay.
Please take your time networking on your way. We have lots of refreshments. We certainly don't